join armed forces, that is Army, Navy, Air Force, at any level of your education. Gentlemen, entries are available at 10+2 level, at graduate level, and at postgraduate level also. So I'll be touching upon this, and more importantly, I'll be sharing with you as to how you can get to know the details about it. Okay, that is more important rather than the names of entries per se. So starting with 10+2 entry, okay, it is available for Army, Navy, as well as Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, I am using these logos just to represent a particular service. Now, please note, for entry into defense forces, there are two types of entries, basic two classification. One is called UPSC entry and non-UPSC entry. As you would understand from the nomenclature itself, UPSC entries are the entries for which written examination is conducted by UPSC and even final results are declared by UPSC. As against that, non-UPSC entries, respective service headquarters, they conduct the test and they declare the result. Now for 10+2 label entry, ladies and gentlemen, for UPSC, entry is through NDA, National Defense Academy. Now this is the academy which is located in Pune, okay, and for which there is a common test conducted by UPSC for all the three. All right. For Navy, you would notice there is another method, Indian Naval Academy, Azimala. Now, this is an academy which is located at Azimala. This is a place south of Mangalore in Kerala. Okay. So, when you fill in forms for NDA, you get choices. You can give in your preferences. Like you can say Army, Navy, Air Force, and INA Azimala. Or it could be even INA Azimala 1 and then followed by other services. So these are the entries which are available through UPSC in Navy and Army. Now, non-UPSC entries, ladies and gentlemen, is for technical services at 10+2 level. In Army, it is called TES, Technical Entry Scheme, and even Navy, it is called Technical Entry Scheme, as you can see. Now for Air Force, technical entry at 10+2 level is not available, right? Now, qualification for NDA +2 for getting into Army, you could be from any stream. But for entry into NDA for Navy and Air Force, you need to have physics and maths. So please take a note of that. And so is the case for applying for Indian Naval Academy, Azimala. Now, these vacancies, gentlemen, are open to unmarried men only. And the age bracket is 16.5 to 19 years. Okay. Now, this age is your age on the first day when the course is to commence. Please note that. All right. Now, for non-UPSC entry, TES, right, you need to have physics, chemistry, and maths. For Army, you need to have an aggregate percentage of 70%. Similarly, for Navy, okay, you need to have physics, maths, and chemistry, 70%. And also there is yet another clause that in your 10th and 12th, you need to have 50% and more in your English. So these are the basic qualifications that are required. Now I have just given 10+2 entry details in some more details. All the details are available online, and what I will do is I'll just flash these websites which are available for all the three services. So based on your interest, just Google join Indian Army or join Indian Navy or join Indian Air Force, and you will be taken to the website where under recruitment you will have all the details. Okay, all the details in terms of qualification required, age required, where the training gets conducted, okay, what are the parameters in terms of subjects, any percentage, etc., required, when is the SSB happens. All these details, gentlemen, if you click, go to respective site, all will be available. So I'll not be covering very many details except to expose you and tell you there are enough entries available for all the three services. Okay, now I find there are good number of participants, lady participants, very encouraging. And there are enough entries available for women. Unfortunately, at 10+2 levels, there are no entries as of now. But for graduate and postgraduate level, there are ample opportunities available. Like I'll just explain one for Army, like for SSC women entry, non-technical. This is a UPSC entry. UPSC conducts combined defense services examination, and lady candidates are eligible to apply after graduation. Similarly, for short service commission women, technical entries are available, and also NCC entries. Those who have got C certificate with B grading can apply for NCC. This is non-UPSC entry. Similarly, for JAG branch, that is Judge Advocate General branch, all those who are law graduates can apply. And similarly, ladies for Navy and Air Force, as I have listed, those who are keen may like to take a screenshot, right? And in any case, once you go to the respective website, you will get all the details. Okay, similarly, entries for men, both UPSC, non-UPSC, technical, non-technical, okay, after graduation as well as after post-graduation. If you look at it in Navy, logistics cadre, under Air Force, accounts, logistic, education, MET, administration, these are the some of the avenues open even for postgraduates. Okay, so much so for the kind of entries which are available. Here I would like to emphasize the aim is to tell you that there are good opportunities available at each level of your education. And details, how do you find out? I have already shared with you. Okay, now those of you who are from defense background probably would be aware as to what are the branches you can join in all the three services, right? I'll just expose you through some photographs. So as far as Army is concerned, you would have heard infantry, the largest arm, okay? Gorkha Rifles, Rajput, Sikh regiments, all these are part of infantry branch. Okay, this is the biggest branch in Indian Army. Okay, Armored Corps, those people who deal with tanks. Mechanized infantry, variation of infantry, right? Where you travel in a armored vehicle called infantry combat vehicle. Now this vehicle has got its own guns and missiles, etc., and takes you from place A to place B. Artillery, Topkhana, deals with big guns. You would have heard about Bofors. They are part of artillery. Also, they have rocket systems and missiles. Okay, Pinaka rocket system you would have heard about. You can see the picture also. And also a missile system like Prithvi, they are all part of artillery. So you could be part of this branch if you so desire. Air defense, variation of artillery. Okay, with your guns and missiles, you protect your ground assets from air attack. Okay, now Army Aviation is also one of the permanent branches which are available in Indian Army. So if you opt for it, there are vacancies, you get posted and you are part of Army Aviation flying helicopters. Okay, this is as far as Army is concerned. Similarly, in Air Force, okay, there are flying branch and non-flying branch. So if you go through NDA, right, and if you opt for flying branch, you could be flying any of these aircrafts, okay, transporter, fighter aircraft, or haptors are attack haptors also. And towards non-flying branch, they're also called ground duties. There are technical entries available, as I showed in that slide. Okay, to include ATC, logistics, administration, etc. So please go through that in your own time. Navy also, there are two branches called executive branch and technical branches. So if you join, you could be part of a big ship, you could be part of a submarine, you could be part of a carrier, aircraft carrier, could be part of naval aviation, where you would be flying helicopters or even naval aircrafts, which operate from this aircraft carriers. All right. Now, I have just exposed you to various avenues that are available. One thing which weighs in the minds of all the candidates and parents also, that okay, everything is fine, services are good, I like adventurous job, etc. But what it is there for me, financially speaking, what will I get? So now, gentlemen and ladies, after 7th pay commission, right, in the last year of your training, for 1 year, you start getting your basic pay. Please note that. For example, for NDA, after you finish 3 years, say you go to IMA for last 1 year of your training, Indian Military Academy at Dehradun, you start getting your basic pay called stipend, 56,000 rupees 100. And out of this, 21,000 starts getting credited into your account in IMA, and rest keep getting accumulated. So when you pass out, ladies and gentlemen, you get about 2.5 lakhs lump sum. So you pass out as a Lakhpati minimum. All right. Now, as far as salary is concerned, just see the details. If you join as lieutenant or your counterparts in Navy and Air Force, sub-lieutenant and flying officer, this is the pay structure. What you see, second bullet here, MSP is military service pay. 15,500 rupees you get. Now this is unique to defense forces. Please note, even your counterparts, say who IAS and IPS who are joining, they don't get this. They get other components similarly, but not this. Okay, then your DA as of date is 21%, HRA, house rent allowance, you get free houses in case you are in a big city. If you have to stay outside, this is the HRA you get. Transport allowance, okay, depending on the city, classification is there. For a big city, you get a transport allowance of 7,200 and plus DA. So for this combination, you get about 9,000 rupees for maintaining your car. If I just put them together, look at it. You start with a salary which is in 6 digits, right? And not only this, you in addition get allowances. Okay, if you are posted in field areas or high altitude areas, you get allowances ranging from 10,000 to 25,000 rupees per month, right? For example, if you are posted in Siachen Glacier, you get a allowance of 42,500 per month. If you join any of the flying branches in all the 3 services, you get a flying allowance of 25,000 rupees per month. So you can well calculate as to what is the salary you are getting per month. And please note, I want to flag this point. This is your salary. This is what comes into your bank account every month and not CTC. Okay, like corporates, they talk in terms of CTC, cost to company. If you convert this, okay, for defense forces, which will be called, say, cost to government, you can easily multiply this figure by 2. So this is the kind of kick start you get in your career, even financially.